Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Today I want to share a few more TikTok reaction videos. As I mentioned before, I don't really bring them onto my YouTube channel anymore. They're more of like a Facebook exclusive type deal. I will link to my Facebook page in the description box down below. My Facebook is basically my whole video library broken down to smaller, more digestible videos and some Facebook exclusive content over there as well. So if that sounds like you might enjoy, check it out. But for now, please enjoy these TikTok reactions. If this worked, I wouldn't get filler every couple of months. Do you know what I mean? Lymphatic drainage is a great thing at sculpting in some sort of way to a very small degree, removing excess oil and things from your face. But your nose, I guess, is mainly gristle, cartilage, and bone, right? So you can't massage your nose into a different shape. I think we all know that, right? I don't think we need to carry on with this one.
I had you looking in the wrong section. How could I be so stupid? I checked this out weeks ago for a bit of light reading.
I don't want to admit that that's a clever idea because it's dangerous. You should be wearing sunscreen everywhere, and maybe she is. Dermatologists have a saying where they say there's no safe tan. And whilst this is probably gonna work, you just have to make sure you're applying sunscreen everywhere, right? Then sure, that will work fine, but you need to make sure you're reapplying and reapplying. The issue is the amount of time it's going to take to tan for most people and try and keep those little square six packs on. You're going to have to reapply everywhere again, so you're probably going to mess that up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people doing this would probably just apply that and go and sit in the sun like that for like 3-4 hours instead of reapplying every hour, 2 hours that you usually would if you were sitting in the sun. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's technically probably going to work, but you can also just cover yourself with bits of paper if you're just going to do squares, or bits of something that allow you to reapply sunscreen everywhere. I've seen this one, it's gone viral for all the wrong reasons.
I cut my pimples open before putting pimple patches on them. I'm not a doctor, so take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. Take a facial blade and you cut them. This one's already open, so I don't need to do it, but this one I do. So now I have them cut open, or these can really get to the stuff. I have two here, so I'm gonna have to be careful about my placement.
Just like that, they're gonna heal a lot faster.
She knows what she's doing is wrong. You can see from her face, she knows what she's up to is wrong. A few things. One, I didn't see any kind of preparation of that blade. No, like, antibacterial anything, cleaning, nothing. You can get some nasty infections just cutting open your skin like that. Two, the scarring that could leave, especially on people with deeper skin tones, is not worth cutting your skin open for. Causing more damage to a spot that could on its own already leave a dark spot, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is it's not the right thing to do. And whilst I get that these little spots kind of do work better on like popped or open wounds, if you have a spot and it's not come to a head, or you don't see anything, or it looks more just like a lump on the skin, something like salicylic acid, treat it with that first so it can actually enter the skin and help kind of work from inside, and then put a pimple patch over the top. There's no need to go cutting yourself open. It could lead to more damage. How I got 24/7 natural contour as a teen. Warning, don't try it. Okay.
I put black tape in my forehead and under eye. And went to the sun for hours.
So we've seen this before. This is not the way to do it. The thing is with tan is you're going to have those tape lines on your head. It's not going to look like a light area followed by a darker area. You are going to have tape lines on your head. You're going to have rectangle tans on your head. It's going to look so weird. Don't do this. Don't mess about with the sun and tanning. Just evenly cover your skin with sunscreen. Make sure you're reapplying. If you do want to sit out in the sun, cover your head, sunglasses, sit under an umbrella. Just sit in the shade. That's what I do. Don't do this. Don't do this. Skincare tips I wish I knew when I was younger. Let's see what they say.
Skincare tips I wish I knew when I was younger, part 1. If you put a product on your face and it burns, it doesn't mean it's working, it means you should take it off because it's too strong. Washing your face in the shower with scorching hot water does not mean your face is more clean. You shouldn't be using a physical exfoliator every day or even every other day. This is probably what's making your skin so oily. Having oily skin does not mean that you can't use a cream moisturizer at night. You can. It's okay to be shiny at night. Nobody cares. Using a face wash, toner, moisturizer, and acne spot treatment, all with salicylic acid, is probably making your skin worse. It's just too much and it's drying your skin out.
Yes, if you put a product on your face and it's stinging, it doesn't mean it's working. I used to be under the impression that if it's tingling, it means it's good. If it burns, it must be doing something. What that means is your skin is already damaged. Not that you necessarily are sensitive to the product, but it's usually that your skin is already damaged and you're just damaging it even further. There have been times where I've damaged my skin barrier so bad from overexfoliation that I would apply a very gentle moisturizer and it would sting my skin. That is a sign to stop what you're doing and go back to the very basics. Cleanse and moisturize, and that's it. Yes, washing your face with scalding hot water is so bad. There was this idea that you shouldn't cleanse in the shower, but that comes from the idea that people have scalding hot showers. I have very tepid showers, very tepid. So you can wash your face in the shower if you're not one of those people who love a scalding hot shower. What this does is rips that moisture out of your skin. You're gonna get dry, your skin's gonna age quicker. You could be prone to further irritation, so just take colder showers. They don't have to be cold, just nicely warm. Overexfoliation doesn't necessarily lead to being more oily. What can happen though is that the more you exfoliate, the more you damage your skin barrier. You can become really dehydrated. And as an oily person, you can still get oily skin. But what happens is your skin's so dull under that oily skin that your oils kind of just highlight how crap your skin looks. So overexfoliation leads to so many bad things for your skin, especially physical scrubs. When I was younger, St. Ives was the one to go for, and I would use that daily, and that can really, really upset your skin barrier for sure. Oily people moisturize. You can moisturize. In fact, the more you moisturize, you might find your oils balance themselves out. We have a DIY face mask hack here.
Okay, so I'm about to put you guys on real quick. So I got a facial the other day and she did extractions and it left a couple dark marks, and that's a no-no. So what I like to do, if I want to get rid of them really quickly, game changer. Put this on after you wash your face, let it dry, wash it off with cold water. It's like a magic erase marker.
I'm dubious. The idea of any kind of dairy on your face, yogurt, a lot of people use milk, for example, as well. But the idea of natural or Greek yogurt or anything like that, being able to fade dark spots comes from the idea that there's a lot of lactic acid in yogurt. As we know though, we can't always pinpoint the percentage of an active in a natural ingredient. For example, there could be like 5% lactic acid in one yogurt, there won't be, versus 1% in another yogurt, for example. Again, there won't be. But the idea that a natural yogurt can fade dark spots like a magic eraser, I find very hard to believe. I would more so hazard a guess that her skin just heals quite quickly, and maybe she's using other things in her routine that are helping speed up that process. This lady has her own skincare line, so I'm pretty sure she's well versed in what certain ingredients can do for your skin, including fade dark spots. I hope you enjoyed those. As I mentioned, I'll link to my Facebook down below. You can check out some more TikTok related content here, some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.